Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Core. Wasn't that a fun, friendly conversation on the beach we had? It's nice. It's nice. What is this? What is this Patreon message? Hmm. Ah, nothing important. Nothing important. But hello, and welcome back to Core. I did I already say that? I don't know. I'm a little out of it right now, aren't I? That's fine. That's fine. People like when I am, right? That means the reading is gonna be great. So I guess we'll just continue. It takes us a while to calm down enough to breathe easy again. But we do. Ironically, I don't see the person who made us talk things through around us. We see him in the distance, sitting on a stone, checking his phone or something. I guess he decided to give us some time to talk alone. After Mike and I recover and stand up, we head in his direction, and he smiles at us when he sees us. Hey, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, so I.
We know. It's okay.
Thank you, Hector. I guess it wasn't easy to do that, do what you just did. But. It wasn't. All I could think about was how much I was fucking things up. I get that. I'm not sure I would have done this if I was in your position, but I think we needed to talk about it. At least I needed it.
Make sure not to keep those thoughts in your head. We're all here to listen and help. I'm sure you do the same for us.
Of course, it's just hard. I didn't even notice I was trying not to think about Jacob. Even saying his name like that feels like a struggle. I'm I'm tired of crying, but I still feel that sensation when I say it. I guess I still need more time to recover. Sorry. Don't apologize for that. It's not like there is a time limit to how much. I mean, he could like die before he finishes, and he. Hector stops himself from saying grieving, probably looking for a more delicate way to say it. I appreciate it, but it doesn't change much in reality. You know what I mean. My point is, we're still here.
All of us. Even if we're all going through the same thing, we're still together.
Mike's hand squeezes my shoulder, reinforcing his words with that. But I can tell his inner thoughts sounds a bit somber. I guess we both need to think about things I'm doing great, guys. Things we are after. God, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start over the sentence. I'm tripping over myself. This is what it is. I guess we both need to think about things after we're done for today. Thank you. I mean it. Thanks for talking with me about this today, Mike, and thanks for making us talk, Hector. Don't get used to it. It was really hard. I feel like I need to sleep for 10 days.
You would miss the rest of the holiday.
Mike chuckles, and we do the same, but it's obvious we're all tired from today. We're talking, but it doesn't fully feel like it's us talking.
And as for what happened before, with what you heard and all that.
He sounds hurt as he says that, as if he's not ready to approach that subject yet. But he probably wants to give it some kind of closure.
I don't know what happened, but I know you wouldn't make that up, so let's make peace with that if we can.
I understand that, and while part of me wants to know exactly why I heard what I heard, every part of my body screams for me to let it go. Whatever happened, it stays there. The important things are the people I have in front of me and my relationship with them. I agree. I can't promise I won't think about it, but I agree.
Same. I have my own processing to do later.
I think that's going to be all of us. Anyway, let's head back to the beach house. I'm sure the others must be really worried about us.
Right, I completely forgot. We still have to get through the rest of the evening.
Yeah, what are we doing for dinner? Like, come on. Aren't you guys hungry? I'm a little hungry. I haven't eaten today. I didn't eat much yesterday either, but you know how it is. Tell me about it. On our way back to the beach house, wait, our way to the beach house is mostly silent, but in a good way. It's not like we don't want to talk anymore, but more like we already said all we had to say. It's tough, and it feels heavy, but also comforting in a very odd way. Part of me feels like I should feel guilty for for being glad to admit that Jacob is not here anymore, but I think I need to. No one can pretend forever, I guess. When we get back, we're instantly greeted by Ed and Gus, speaking in the kitchen, but they turn to look at us the moment they hear us. They don't say anything, not sure of how things went, probably wondering if Mike and I are still talking or if things got worse. It's alright, we talked things through. Hector really helped.
And that's very good to hear, right?
Ed, Ed smiles in an awkward way, looking at Gus, who just nods, not really looking at us. I can tell something's bothering him, and no wonder.
Where's Faust?
Smoking.
In the bedroom here. He said he was going to check his phone. I see. I'll go check in on him, if you don't mind, okay?
And do what you have to do. Mike ruffles my hair and Hector's wool before he goes to check on Faust, probably to let us know he's fine. I'm tired, but fine.
So, if we're all good, I think I'm going to take a shower. Is everyone okay with that?
I kind of expected. I kind of expect a quirky comment from someone like, "Why wouldn't that be okay?" But no one really replies. Hector nods, and so do I. But Gus, again, he doesn't react. Ed gives him a worried look before walking next to Hector, hugging him, and he returns it, before giving me one too. Of course, my arms wrap around my friend, and who I can now tell is just as exhausted as all of us.
If you can, try to talk with Gus. Sorry.
What did you do, Ed? Okay. There's no need to apologize for that, since I was planning to do that after seeing him like this. No, I pat him back, and as an answer, so we don't really whisper in front of Gus. He lets me go, then waves his hand as he walks up to the bedroom upstairs. Okay. And he looks at me and then at Gus and realizes he doesn't really have to give an excuse, so he just leaves for the couch. So now I'm alone with Gus, and while I know he would talk to me first, before, I don't feel that's going to be the case now, since he hasn't opened his mouth yet. I opened my mouth a couple times, about to say something, and then I don't because it feels very forced, but fuck it. So was Hector before. Can we talk outside? He takes a few seconds to respond, almost as if he's thinking about it before nodding, and I sigh. It's hard to see Gus like this. He already had some pretty big insecurities before, so I guess this really didn't help. I need to make sure he knows, we're still here for him. By now, the sun's almost set, and it's pretty dark, but the light from the beach house lets us see enough to not trip anywhere. I step down step down the stairs until I reach the sand, and then I sit on the on said stairs, waiting for Gus to join me. He does a few seconds later. I'm glad. I was afraid he'd stay at the door. So, how do I do this? I don't even know what to say exactly. He started the conversation before, but now you're a psychology major. Like, come on, Rob with Josh. Didn't you have to take interpersonal communications? I took interpersonal communications. That was fun. Everyone hated me. It was great. Well, here goes nothing. I'm sorry for today, Gus. No immediate reply, which I guess is what I expected. I told you before, I don't want you to feel guilty about this, but if I know something about feelings, it's that you can't really control them. But I don't want you to punish yourself for thinking this is your fault or something. Please, it's really not, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
Don't apologize for that. It's normal. I get that, really.
Again, some silence, but I can tell he's trying to think of his next words, instead of just, ending it there.
It's just, So much to process. Many things make sense now, and I.
His head drops, staring at his legs as if the weight of his thoughts were too much for him.
I feel like a jackass.
I don't think you're a jackass. You haven't done anything wrong.
But I have, Rob. You came here hoping that you would feel better. Then I bring you to the stupid cave and you fight with Mike, and I put you into a car before.
His voice cracks for a moment, holding back tears so I lean closer to him, wrapping my arms around him. He immediately rests his head on my shoulder.
I never wanted this. I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. I sigh. We're going in circles with the cough drop stabbed me. That's fine. Oh, I see that we're going in circles as well. Good, good. That's my life. Oh, one apologizes. That's what that says. Then the next one does that too. I want to apologize to him for making him feel like this. Jacob is dead. Now my voice cracks, and I take a second to continue. I don't want to stop here. It's something that happened, and I was pretending it didn't happen. If I didn't think or talk about it, maybe he'd be waiting for me when I head back. But he wouldn't be there, and at some point these days in core would be over, and we'd travel back together. I would have laughed. I would have had fun, but yeah. What am I reading? Okay. I have to go back to my apartment and face that fact, and I would have done that alone.
So maybe,
as fucked up as it is, maybe this was for the best. Maybe I had my friends next. Because I had my friends next to me, it reminds me I'm not alone. It could have been better, obviously. I hear a small chuckle from his part. Oh, yeah, from his part, followed by a soft no shit, and that makes me smile. I think my friend is coming back little by little. And I guess I want to make sure you know that you're also not alone. I know those thoughts. Like, why did I press button before I finished reading? I know those thoughts that you have are terrible and very convincing. But we're here to remind you that they're not true, that you haven't ruined anything. We're adults. We talk things through. And we'll figure things out. And we're not going to leave you alone here ever again. As I said yesterday, I'm sure you believe me when it happens. At some point, while I was talking, he started to cry, since I can feel my shoulder wet. Okay. And he holds one of my arms tighter than when I stop talking. That's what that says. I don't fight it, giving him the time that he needs to process all this. Am I just reading Crying Breakfast Friends? Is that what's happening? It's kind of cute.
I didn't know about the accident, or Ed told me you were in a coma for a week, and I drove you around like it was nothing.
I didn't stop you. I wanted to try. I don't want to be scared forever.
And then I talk about guys that we liked, and I make you talk about Jacob, and...
I had to open up at some point. This is not your fault, Gus.
I know. I just feel so bad.
I try to slide a bit closer to him, nuzzling his head, reminding him that I'm still here with him. That's all right. You'll feel better soon. We all will. The conversation ends there, and I can tell Gus will get through this. He's a strong guy, and I believe in him. We're all here for him. The sound of the waves is almost the only thing we can hear for a couple minutes, other than our own breathing. After he calms down, he lets me know that he's ready to go back inside, so I let him in. As expected, only Hector is on the couch, who leans forward to look at us. I smile at him and catch a glimpse of Gus nodding to him too. Hector smiles back in response, getting up to chat with us, acting casual, probably trying to maintain some normality, since we didn't have a lot of that today. How's the night feeling? Cold? Not as much as a few days ago. We might be able to go to the beach soon, right? Fucking finally. We're sitting here and I'm reading this like beach anime and I'm expecting every episode to be like a beach episode and like no. And come on. I look over at Gus to confirm that and also to check if he's feeling up to reply. Yes.
Yeah, I heard it'll be safe to swim again in a couple days.
Safe to swim? How cold is the water?
Well, it's not dangerous per se, but we've had a few cases of people having to go to the doctor because of how cold it was after a while.
Robert, you never told me about this death trap.
How should I know? It's been a long time since I was last here.
Gus giggles, and that manages to diffuse some of the tension that's been surrounding us for most of the day. I can feel my shoulders relaxing, and Hector's giggling too.
Ah, well, I'd like to say goodbye to everyone, but I don't want to bother them.
You're not a bother, but I understand. It's night already, and you have to walk a bit from there. I'm assuming you don't want to stay here, right? And just in case.
Appreciate the offer. Like any other day, I might accept it, but
I get it. We all need a good rest, and don't worry. Same here, actually. I might ask if I can switch places, so I can sleep on the couch tonight. Yes, I understand. I'll let everyone know, don't worry. We'll figure out who sleeps where. Just sleep in the bathtub. Come on. It's not as it's not as uncomfortable as it sounds. Like, it's fine. That's convenient. Thank you, Hector. I thought I'd have to go talk with everyone one by one and figure it out, but he'll handle it for me.
All right. Guess I'll head back for now. Don't want to distract anyone any longer.
Wait. Before Gus can turn to the door, Hector stops him, looking slightly worried. I just want to make sure, but we'll see you soon, right? Gus stares at him, confused for a moment, but soon, understands. I guess Hector was still worried that we'd caused so much negative reaction to where he'd not want to come back.
Absolutely. I need some time for myself, but you'll have me, poking around soon enough.
Great. In that case, take your time. We'll be here. That's for sure. I'll send you a text tomorrow to see how you're doing, okay?
Appreciated. I'll take my leave then.
He smiles kindly as he says that, and I can tell he's sincere because of his inner tone. If anything, it's a bit slower than usual. He's just tired. Hector waves his hand, and I accompany Gus to the door. Although I don't hug him this time, I really want to, but well, we're doing. Yeah, we've done enough talking for today. At some point, we have to let things go. Okay. Now I'll go tell the others, so you can get ready to sleep. I close the door once I don't see Gus in the distance, turning around to face. Excuse me. Around to face Hector. Thank you for everything. Okay. He smiles and nods, not wanting to get into it again, probably for the best. He raises his fist, and I bump it. People still do that? Okay. Do you ever get into, like, people do the fist bump thing to me sometimes, and I usually just stare because I just get confused. I'm just like, why is this here? What am I supposed to do? Like, I had a guy. I was talking to this like 45-year-old guy, and he like does that, like friend of the family, and he like does the fist bump thing, and I'm just like, what? And he's like, a fist bump, and I'm like, do kids do that? Like, I don't know. Then he walks into the bedroom, probably to tell Mike and Faust what's up. He's really grown a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how things would have turned out today without his many interventions. I get into my pajamas, grab the cover, and lay down on the couch. My eyes close soon after, and at some point, the lights turn off. I'm assuming Hector turned it off, as once he was done telling everyone. Good, I don't have the energy to stand up again right now. Just sleep with all the lights on. I'm just saying. I've done that before. Okay. Well, I'll end the part here, everyone, so I'll see you around.